The SSC CGL Tier 2 live mock was conducted on the Oliveboard platform, and I'm here to discuss the logical reasoning section with you in detail. So let's quickly start without wasting any single minute. So this is the very first question. Now, as tricky as this question might seem instantly, you can actually gauge it and get the answer right away. The question is giving us that in a certain code language, this means this means this, and this means this. Okay. Which of the following options contain the elements and its correct code in that language? The first thing which you're going to think is that this is some sort of a Chinese coding, right? So you will hunt for something which is common, but nothing is common. Okay. The next thing which you're going to think of is that there is some sort of a coding arrangement which is happening. Again, if you observe, you will realize that that is also not the case. Then finally you will think that this is simply substitution coding. Okay, they are asking you which combination is correct. So plus means O, no it does not. Plus means 0, no it does not. Hash means P, no it does not. 6 means ampersand, no it does not. 2 means J, yes, that is true. That is the only correct combination, nothing else. The problem is this question is not difficult at all. But since this is the first question of your reasoning section, what this is going to do with you is it's going to take some time. It is going to waste some time of yours to enable you to reach at this spot. Everybody is going to reach here and everybody is going to go through the same journey. That is why this question becomes challenging and interesting. Otherwise, it's very easy. So 75 seconds, I was not lying, right? 1 minute 15 seconds to figure it out. The question is absolutely easy. It's simple substitution coding. So that is what it is going to do with all of you. It's not about this person only, right? Anyways, next question. Okay. Students who study late at night before exams tend to secure only passing marks. Students who study over months secure the highest marks. One can definitely pass and score good marks by studying a day before the exam, but becoming a topper student at a college or university requires a balanced schedule. The slower you read, the better you understand. Now this conclusion, I'll tell you, this question actually I strongly think is incorrect, because the slower you read, the better you understand. This has got a particular meaning due to the word read. And technically in English we do not use read for study. That is a common thing which we use in linguistics, but not exactly in the language. In the language, when we say read, we simply imply reading. Now the passage is not specifically talking about reading, it is talking about studying. So this has an innate meaning attached to it. It is saying that the slower you read, the better you understand. Technically this conclusion cannot be followed. From the rules of critical reasoning, this conclusion should not be followed. The ideal answer is none of these follows. The sharper students need only 1 night of study to secure good marks. Again, there is a mention of some students who can score good marks by studying a day before the exam, but they are not mentioning anything about them being sharper students. See, restrict your knowledge to the statement. You cannot think more than that. So technically this should also have been incorrect. The ideal answer should have been here, neither 1 or 2 concluded. Technically. But I don't know what is the thought process behind them marking answer 1 as the correct answer. This has been marked as correct, whereas I strongly feel this is the correct answer. So if you have marked option B, neither 1 or 2, mark yourself as correct when you are actually analyzing the mock. You have not done anything incorrect. Your critical reasoning skills are absolutely fine. If you have marked anything else, you need to think. Okay. So that is exactly probably what happened here. After 44 seconds of thinking, the answer which was marked here by the topper was incorrect. Anyways, next. So song is the code. Song is coded as bliss, root, den, hug. See, whenever you see the number of letters equal to number of words here. How many letters are here? 4. And how many words are here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So each letter is to corresponding word. Okay. Now if you observe carefully, S has 2 S's here. O has 2 O's here. N has 2 N's here. And G has 2 G's here. Okay, this is one method. The other method is everywhere the previous Penultimate, the previous one from the end, is always the same letter. So you can also pick it up from that. That's also not a problem. So similarly, what is the code for pest? So for pest, it is double P, double E, but no S here. Double P, no, double E, but no S here again. Double P, double E, double S, double T. So option C is the correct answer. Okay. So with the options, it will help you better. Sometimes just looking at the question might not help, but from the options, it is going to help you. Next, by interchanging 6 and 4, which of the following equations will be correct? So 6 and 4, this is 4, this is 6, this is 4 plus 4, 18 minus 4 plus 4 is gone, and this is minus 18. Minus 18 plus 18 is gone, 10 is left, so this is right. And this is 6, this is 4. So yeah, sorry, this is 6, this is 6, and this is 4, this is 6. Now technically 16 divided by 6 you will not be able to do only. So this is gone. Only one is correct. Option A is the right answer. Okay, 42 seconds. Next. See, now you might think of different words here. If you can pick up the correct word very soon, it is very easy. Okay, some of you might have thought of the word downer, but that is not working. Okay, what else? The moment you write this, just seconds later you can realize it is wonder. This is one technique. The other technique is, if you don't understand, just pick up the first few letters. So if you observe the first two letters only here, so this is OW, this is WO, this is 1, 2. So NE, this is EN, this is WO, and this is OW. So most probably with wonder you will start finding here option C as the correct answer. Okay, 35 seconds. Next. Which of the following will necessarily hold false? So we can connect it at Z. X is greater than equal to Y is greater than Z is equal to W. And Z is greater than equal to, less than equal to Q. And Z is greater than P. Do we need a P? X is greater than W. That's true. P is less than Y. If P was here, P is less than Z. So P is definitely less than Y as well. Q is equal to W. That's not possible. Okay. That's not possible. So option C is the incorrect one. 50 seconds. Perfect. Could have been faster, but it's okay. Which of these actions show poor judgment? See, this is a new way of asking the question. Till now, if you were seeing, even before the last mock, you could see a question where they were asking you which of the following is the best judgment. Okay. So then you used to think like a normal social intelligence and you used to approach the question. But here they are asking you which of the following is a poor judgment. Poor judgment means they are looking for the worst answer. Okay. So poor judgment when you witness an altercation between a shopkeeper and a customer in a shopping mall, but only hear fragments and cannot tell who is at fault. Okay. Post a video clip online without strong captions urging a boycott of the shop. Offer to share the video privately with authorities if a formal complaint is filed. Encourage both parties to separate and suggest they use grievance register. This is a positive thing. You can't do this. And give your contact to the mall desk as a neutral witness. So these three are something odd. This is also not the best. Out of these two, which is the most poor judgment? So this is it. Option A. Okay. Option A is the poorest judgment out of these, because you are, without any understanding, you are circulating false information based on a false narrative, and it is going to have backlash which is not healthy. So 42 seconds, option A is the right answer. Next. Okay. Small, simple passage. A premium coffee shop operates in a competitive market where most cafes offer similar quality products at compatible prices. The owner wants to increase customer retention and perceived value without directly lowering the prices on the menu, as this might harm the brand's luxury image. Do you understand what is the requirement here? The owner wants to increase customer retention. That means if a customer is coming now, that same customer should repeat. And the perceived value should be good. Perceived value means what a customer feels about this outlet. That, oh, it's a very, swanky luxury outlet. It's a wonderful thing. They charge you 400, 500 rupees for a coffee, but that's worth it. Every penny worth it. That is the kind of feeling the restaurant owner, the cafe owner wants to give to the audience, right? Without directly lowering the prices. Because supposedly, you might think of a big coffee giant. Suddenly, if they lower their prices, so 50% discount. Okay, now everybody will start rushing there, and gradually that, you know, that uniqueness will go. And then the customers will be hungry for more and more discounts. So your brand is diluted. That's the whole idea here, right? What should be the correct course of action for the owner to achieve this goal? Just read all the three. Introduce a membership program that offers exclusive perks such as early access to new products and members only events. Whenever you show loyal customers that you are rewarding the loyalty, they will stick to you. See, I'm not sure how much you know about this, and I know I don't need to drag it this much, but Indians as a market, or not only Indians, in fact, a lot of people across the globe as a market are known to adhere to or stick to brands they first time use. So if you walk into a coffee store, okay, and you like the service there, you like the ambience, you like everything which you are into, you will instantly fall into love and you will stick to that brand till the time, like it's like inertia, till the time something new is going to come up and something even better is going to happen to you. So that loyalty needs to be rewarded. So you can definitely do that because he's looking for customer retention. Try to connect the dots, okay? Provide occasional limited time discounts openly. See, he's strictly against discount. Even if he does it limited time, that too openly displayed on the menu, it will attract price sensitive customers, but this is not what his target audience looks like. Because price sensitive customers will only come in when the discounts are raining. The moment the discounts stop, they will never retain. And number 3 says, so 1 is there, 2 is definitely not there, so this is gone, this is gone. Only 3, we already have 1, so I think option C is the strongest contender here. Okay, but despite that, let's read 3. 3 has a good chance of being correct. Enhance in-store experience by improving ambience, offering personalized service and hosting live events to justify the premium pricing. See, he wants to have a better perceived value. That is being done by 3. So customer retention done by 1, perceived value done by 3. I think both are correct, so option C is the absolute correct answer. Everything has an explanation. If you have the correct explanation, you can think in the right direction. 73 seconds is what it took. And I agree. Sometimes the questions, such questions you're not prepared for. Okay, so when these appear right away out of nowhere, you will go into a thought process, thought line, which will waste your time. So be ready for this reasoning with yourself. Okay, what needs to be put here? Just look at this. Division is not going to work anywhere. So this is failed attempt. Failed attempt. Now, 8 into 5, 40 minus 6 is 34. Option B is the correct answer. Partial solving, instant answer. 14 seconds. Wonderful. That's the time we are looking for. Okay, coded operator, find A dot B is this. So find 9.3. So 9 minus 6 whole square plus 3. 9 minus 6, 3 square is 9 plus 3, 12. It's very easy. Option D. 23 seconds. Wonderful. Next. Which number set is different? Observe, is anything happening? 17, 26 is very close. Double 34. No. What is the difference here? 9 units. 9 units. Great. 9 units. This is not working. 1136 should be the odd one out. What is the difference here? 16. 16. Yeah, correct. Cool. Just the differences are same. Option C is not following the bill. That's gone. See, don't always try to complicate everything. That's why having an algorithm always helps. Have a fixed algorithm in your head. Select the option that can correctly replace the question mark in the series. Difference, 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 difference. So we are clearly seeing what is happening. Double, 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 double. So 64 will be added here. 62 plus 64 is 126. Option A is the correct answer. Cool. 16 seconds. Wonderful. Next. Okay. Now out here, see, the first letter is definitely Q. We can see. So this is gone. Second letter is already R. Don't waste your time. Look at the third and fourth letter. Third is D. D and G. Plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. Plus 3 is 16. QRP. So this is gone. And the last letter, 24 minus 4, minus 4, minus 4. 12 minus 4 is 8. QRPH. So you can get pretty fast at this by selecting and rejecting the right set of letters. 40 seconds is good. It's not bad. Syllogism. All oil are cream. All cream are gel. No gel or soap. No oil is soap. That's absolutely correct. All cream are soap. That is not correct at all. So only conclusion 1 follows. Option D is the right answer. 26 seconds. Great. Next. 547 means sky is blue. 529 means sky looks clear. 493 means blue and vast. Which digit stands for sky? Okay, 4975. Now I think this is clear Chinese coding here. You can right away get it from here only. Sky 455. That's the only common thing. 5 stands for sky. This was pretty easy, I think. Yeah, 23 seconds. Wonderful. Next. Six colleagues sit around a circular table facing the center. Conditions: P sits second to the left of R. So this is R, this is P. T sits between Q and U. So it has to be here, no? Don't you think? And Q and U both will be here. Okay. S sits third to the right of T. S is only here, there is no other option. R is not an immediate neighbor of T. We already know that, I believe. There was no other place. Q does not sit adjacent to P. So now it's clear this is U. This is Q. So a very easy arrangement. Who sits to the immediate right of S? It's R. Option B. (61 seconds). That was slightly higher. This could have been done easily because the question arrangement was very easy. Okay, let's look at this one. There is a crisis and you are the only person with a vehicle, which is a two-wheeler at the place. 4 persons are going through some health emergencies or issues. Who among the following should take you to the hospital? Sorry, who among the following you should take to the hospital? A pregnant woman who is feeling nauseous, a man who is bleeding due to an accidental cut on his arm by a rock protrusion which would require stitches, a boy with epilepsy suffering an epileptic seizure, and a woman with a respiratory disease having a mild difficulty in breathing. See, some keywords are going to help you out here. The moment you see mild, you can, she has some difficulty in breathing. This can be handled without going to the hospital. She is feeling nauseous. Probably if she vomits or if she's given some space, some cold air, she'll probably be fine. She does not need to go to the hospital. Epilepsy, most probably somebody can sit there with the person, let him rest out the epilepsy. So this is the most probable answer, the most urgent answer which needs medical attention. So option B is the right answer. That's the idea here. 56 seconds. Next. If a lady is a spouse of the officer's daughter-in-law's son's uncle, who has no sister, then the lady is a dash of the officer. So let's start from the officer only. So officer's daughter-in-law, that is officer's son, officer's daughter-in-law, officer's daughter-in-law's sons, officer's grandson, uncle. This is a spouse, lady is a spouse here. Who has no sister, okay. Then the lady is a dash of the officer. Lady is a daughter-in-law of the officer. Option C. Clear. Very easy. Everything can be visualized easily. 64 seconds is too much for this. Why 64 seconds? Probably because this was either tried to be just simply visualized. If you only try to visualize, this is slightly different from your pointing based questions. Because in a pointing based question, usually there is a speaker or a pointer. This is based on similar principle, but the approach is slightly different. So you need to know where to start from. Okay. Otherwise, it will take time. So to start drawing the tree, normally you will be able to solve it much faster than 64 seconds. More than 1 minute should not have been, ideally gone here. Train, bus, ship. Correct analogous word pair. Okay, train, bus, ship. There is connection. Wheels, they have wheels. From the options, we can't see anything. So they have to be of the same group. That's the only one thing which I can see. And they all belong to one group. Wheat, winter, August. No. Chef, teacher, house. No. Sunday, day, holiday. Sunday is a day which is a holiday. Train is a bus, ship. No. Television, songs, dance. They are all belonging to the same category. This is a category of traveling. This is a category of probably entertainment. That's the only logic which I can see here. Okay. So option D is the right answer. 39 seconds wrong. Got the answer incorrect. Anyways, Next, complete the analogy. Now this is actually interesting. I'll tell you how. See, this is 1, 3, 7. This is 8, 16. This is 2, 14, 4. Okay. Now 8 and 16 double. Can you see anything which is double here? 6, 12, 10, 20 and 16, 18. So most probably, if we go by that logic, these two are the probable answers here. Okay, probable answers. Now if we see what else can be the logic, how can we get this 8 from this? 7, 3, 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 minus 3. So 14, 4, 18 plus 2, 20 minus 3, 17. But that is not there in the option anywhere. So this is partially the logic here. I mean, partial letters are forming this. 7 plus 1 is 8 and 8 into 2 is 16. This can be done. So similarly, 2 plus 4 is 6 and 6 into 2 is 12. That ways you can get FL here. So option B is the most appropriate answer, which is the correct one. 104 seconds. Obviously, I agree. This is slightly unique and slightly different from how usually questions are asked. So maybe that is where the question slightly took a longer time. Eggs, caterpillar, dash, butterfly. We need to complete the series. So larva, chrysalis, worm or zygote. See, this is caterpillar itself is larva. A lot of people don't know this. Caterpillar itself is the larva stage. So eggs, larva, pupa, butterfly. That is what all of you know, right? Pupa is nothing but chrysalis. Another name for pupa is chrysalis. So option B is the right answer here. Cool. 29 seconds. Very good. Excellent. Next. Odd character out of the following series. 64, 25, 9, 81. They are all perfect squares. That is the only even perfect square. Also, this is only cube and square. 64. A. 26 seconds. (15, 6, 189, 12, 9). Okay, let's look at this one. 15 plus 6 is 21. 21 into 9 is 189. So this is also 21. Do we have a 189 in the options? No. Okay. What else? 15 into 6 is 90. 90 into 2 plus 9. 15 plus 6 into 2 plus 9. 12 plus 9 is 21. Again, same thing only, no? 21, no, 15 into 6, sorry. So 12 into 9 is 108 into 2, but that's too large. It's not here. Special numbers. N square minus m square. N cube minus m cube. 225, 36, 189. So 144 and 81. 63. Option B. Difference of squares. So we could have seen simply as 15 plus 6 into 15 minus 6. No, 21 into 9. So this is 21 into 12 minus 9, 3. That is 63. 12 plus 9 into 12 minus 9. Okay. 29 seconds. Wow, that was pretty fast. Correct mirror image. Okay. Start from here only. Start from here only. S. So start looking here. This is the same. 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 This is gone. Delete. Same. 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 Now after H you have T here. So this is gone. T. N. A. And after A you have Z here. So this is also gone. So option 2 is the best answer here. I am doing all this to show you. Basically you have to scan this with your eyes. 37 seconds. Wow. Good. Next. Data sufficiency. This time they are very easy data sufficiencies. See, try to make it a habit where you can just read and get your answer if possible. Sometimes if they are not very complex questions, you might simply read and get your answer. How is Yash related to Charlie? That is the question. Look at the options here. Shubham, what I'll do is I'll do this tomorrow. For sure. Promise. Tomorrow I'll solve the NTPC mock on the same channel at 3 PM. Okay? Done. So how is Yash related to Charlie? Charlie is the niece of Rohan. Swapnil is the brother of Ruchika. See, 1 alone is sufficient, either 1 or 2. 2 alone is sufficient, both 1 and 2. See, now look at this. 1 alone. No mention of Yash and Charlie together in the same line. That means we cannot draw a conclusion. So 1 alone is gone, either is gone. Now 2 alone. Ruchika, mother of Charlie. Yash is the father of Swapnil. See, Yash and Swapnil, Ruchika and Charlie. They are individually connected. We don't know anything about this. So 2 is also gone. There is no other option apart from this one. So it is going to work. You actually don't have to check it. And even if you read it, no, you don't have to find the relation. Please stop doing that. Charlie is the niece of Rohan. Swapnil is the brother of Ruchika. And Ruchika is the mother of Charlie. Yash is the father of Swapnil. You can clearly see them being connected somehow and you're getting your answer. So option D is the correct one. Just option elimination will help you out here. Okay, but 58 seconds. Unnecessary, because I'm sure this person might have drawn everything. So avoid that. Today's data sufficiency throughout this mock was so easy. Everything you could have just read and gotten your answer. You didn't have to solve a thing. Okay, figure analogy. What is happening here? So this whole figure is turning 90 degree clockwise, and this figure is coming outside here. Okay, so this whole figure will turn 90 degree clockwise, and this figure, hexagon, will come outside. So hexagon will come outside. That means we have this and this. And look at the figures here. This triangle will come on the top, followed by heart, followed by smaller triangle. So option 2 is the, figure 2 is the correct answer. Cool. 33 seconds. Wonderful. See, again, this is data sufficiency. Yes. 8 persons sit in 2 parallel rows. Okay, today as I told you, let's try reading this also. Okay, 8 persons sit in 2 parallel rows. Fine. A, B, C, D sit in 1 row, row 1, and P, Q, R, S sit in 2 rows, but not as in stated in order. Row 2 is behind row 1 and all are facing north. Okay, who is exactly behind C? Try to have this, try to build this in your head. Okay. Now, statements are this. These what are the options? Both 1 and 2 are not sufficient. Both are sufficient. 2 alone and 1 alone. Okay, look at 1 alone now. R sits exactly behind B. So, you know who sits behind B. D sits at one of the extreme ends of the row. Okay, and is neighbor of B. So, you know B and D are sitting together. You don't know where are A and C sitting. And you have no other clue. So, you don't know who else. R is not sitting. Okay, behind C. That is for sure. But what about the rest of them? We don't know about the other people. So this is gone. 1 alone is not sufficient. Okay. Next is C. Q sits between P and S. So we know P, S, Q, how they are sitting. So we'll know R also now. Who sits exactly behind A? So S sits exactly behind A. This is also not sufficient. Even with this, even with these two, if you see, R sits behind B, A, and you know who sits behind who. I think this can probably get you your answer. Most probably it can, I think. Let's try this. R sits exactly behind B. So there are 8 people sitting in 2 parallel rows. 1, 2. Row 2 is behind row 1. So this is row 1, row 2. Everybody is facing north. A, B, C, D, P, Q, R, S. R behind B, okay. D sits at one of the extreme ends of the row and is neighbor of B, okay. Q is between P and S. S, who sits exactly behind A. So if I make Q to sit here, let's say, S is behind A. So this is D, this is B, but B is in front of R, no? So this is not the correct arrangement. Let us make D and B fix somewhere. D and B, if they are here, so Q cannot be here. That means B and D have to be here. Okay. Q sits between P and S. How can I make that? If R sits exactly behind B, D is at one of the extreme ends of the row and is neighbor of B. And R sits here. So Q sits between P and S. Probably Q then is sitting here. There is no other option which we have. P or S can sit here. Now that means A S is exactly behind A. So then A has to be here. So Q is the only option left, no? I think both will suffice the answer. Both will suffice the answer, correct. Okay, 106 seconds. Good question, because we had to arrange the sit. We could have done it without it. We could have taken that risk. But anyways, I had to show you where everybody is sitting, hence. Okay, look at this one. This is actually very easy, because it is clearly visible, the direction of movement. Number one, there are 4 elements in this column. So we are going to go like this, 3 here, and smaller numbers and a larger number. Just add these 3, you will get 87. And 87 multiplied by 2 is 174. Try it here also. It's working. 133 double is 266. So add all these 3. What do you get? So 20, 20, 40, 70, 110 and 9, 5, 14, 6 or 11, 20. 110, 20, 130, 130 double is 260. That means you're taking the sum of these 3 numbers along the column and then doubling it to get your answer. 260 is the correct answer. Option B is right. Cool? Easy. 44 seconds. Very nice. This one also was very vague. I am with you in this. These type of questions are not expected. I don't expect such questions to be asked in the examination. This is a very vague logic. Okay. What they are doing is they are subtracting, they are taking the difference here. Okay. What is the difference? The difference is 34. And the difference here is 17. So they are saying the difference is half of this. So they are taking the difference here, it is 12. So the difference has to be 6 now. Where is the difference? 6, it's only here. So option B is the right answer. I don't think that's a credible or correct answer. This should not have been right. Okay, there is nothing else which works out here. So don't expect this question in your tier 2. I don't expect it. See, analogy can be asked and they can raise the bar, I agree. But not like this. This is not how it should be asked. Okay, even I got trapped here and I had to spend some time to understand what exactly has happened. 117 seconds, it's a lot of time wasted. So it's better if you drop these questions. Okay, last question for the day. What is M's rank from the top in a class of 45 students? Okay, O's rank is 15th from the bottom. O's rank is 15th from the bottom, 45 students, 15th from the bottom. And 2 persons between M and O. So that can be 2 persons here or 2 persons here. We have 2 possibilities for M. 18th from the bottom or 12th from the bottom. Right? Okay. So either 18th from the bottom or 12th from the bottom. And of course, 1 alone is not sufficient. 2 alone will also not be sufficient, I am very sure. If we take both of them together, N is 24th from the top. 24 plus 15, 34 plus 5, 39, no? So it's less than this. So this is 24th from the top is N. 5 people rank between M and N. Now this is 24th, this is 45. 46 minus 24 is how much? 22. That means N's rank from the bottom is 22. Now 15 and 22, they have 6 people sitting between them. So N, if N has to have 5 people between M and N, this can't go here, no, if we combine both of them. So won't it be like this? There are N is 24th from the top. Then there are 5 people here in between. Then we have M. So 6 people here. Then O. Is it? 15, 16, 22. If this is 15th from the top, 16th, 22. Yeah. 46 minus 1 is 45. That's how it should have been. But O and M, they are saying have 2 persons between M and O. That is not happening in this case. Okay, I think there's a mismatch in this question. So the answer should be neither of them are sufficient to answer the question. Okay, because there is a mismatch. No matter how you try, you will not be able to get 5 people between N and M and 2 people between O and M simultaneously. It's not possible only in this arrangement of 45 people. So I think option C is the right answer. Yes, absolutely. 68 seconds. Wow. Alright, so that's it for today. We are done with the discussion of the SSC CGL Tier 2 level. So hopefully you liked it, hopefully you understood this. Now a lot of students have been requesting for an RRB NTPC live mock discussion. Well, I had already spoken to my team about this, but unfortunately they have not yet started planning it. So what I will do is, I have a class on the RRB channel tomorrow, the railway channel tomorrow. Most probably, I'm not sure whether it's on the English or the Hindi version. Wherever it is, I will discuss the RRB NTPC mock in that case, the latest one. Okay, that I can do, that much I can do. So we will do that in that slot. It's a practice class, so I will discuss the mock there so that you know what it is. Cool, that works. Right, and for now, thank you so much for watching it till here. Hit the like button and share this video across platforms so that others can also benefit from this solution, and you can also get a fair understanding. See, there are some questions where you will get stuck, and some questions, if you get perspective that you can't expect something of this sort in the final exam, probably you will be relieved that okay, yeah, okay, then it is okay, I can consider these marks in my final total. That is going to be some sort of relief and a better understanding. That's all I'm here for. And subscribe to the Oliveboard platform if you are new here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye bye, namaskar, Jai Hind.